So Koko and Spyrox versus TM and Delta is our next match of Veggie. We've seen both of these players, or actually both of these teams play previously. TM and Delta super strong and consistent. And Koko and Spyrox with that comeback in the Game 5 situation. What do you think is going to take this one?
It's tough to say. I'm hoping it's going to be a 5-game situation that we were seeing in these other sets here as well. Who knows what's going to happen? I know for Koko and Spyrox, they were able to have a 5-game set with them, but TM and Delta, they lost a lot faster. It was a 3-1 situation against Acno and Blaze. But you know what? We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I am not so sure, but I have so much confidence in Koko.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Koko popping off.
Koko has been popping off.
Spyrox also making some insane plays again. With I remember that Poe play. I remember these other plays with the 1v2s. You know, that team overall is pretty strong, but TM and Delta coming from the winner's side, you know, they were there for a reason. And I'm sure they'll be able to bring it back up into this upcoming set, Veggie. So we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see if this is going to be the 5-game set that I was hoping for, or if it's going to be a quick finish. Depending on how this first game goes, I think we'll get a pretty good sense of what is going to happen for the rest of the set. I don't know. We're going to see some... We've been seeing a lot of Brynn, is what I'm noticing. A lot of Brynn.
And Olgrim for sure, especially in the European tournaments, we see a ton of Olgrims in 2v2s, and you know it works. You know it works for sure.
Yeah, lots of Olgrims and Brynns, you know, and the Kayas and the Wushang are the we're seeing some of them as well, but definitely a lot of Olgrims and Brynns. Yeah, and they feel like very powerful picks with the axe that we've been seeing, and maybe that's what the secret sauce is to win in these sets.
Yeah, could be the secret sauce, something that they need for sure. TM and Delta definitely trying to make that bracket run back to the winner's side. Koko Spyrox with their usual Wushang and Koko pick. The Olgrim pick here. TM potentially getting punished. That down stick barely missing, but TM another Spyrox trying to get that down stick again. Doesn't quite connect. And
oh my god, what a good punish! But Spyrox is trying to still get back onto stage, so he's doing a good job to not die there. And Delta loses his first stock in the game.
Yeah, loses his first stock. TM almost losing this one as well. Oh, beautiful dodge and a punish from Koko.
Where's Koko going? Where is he going? That was so interesting. I think Koko would have been able to go back onto stage if he didn't choose to go right. I don't really know what happened there, but that was maybe a misinput or something. But
just trying to probably go for a read there, trying to see if someone would go down with him with the ground pound, but it wasn't what happened. Instead, he kind of SDs there, unfortunately, for Koko there on the Olgrim. But now a stock taken away from TM evens out the playing field for both teams now. Delta actually even more damage at 2 stocks. We'll see if they're able to close out the second stock here. And Spyrox also going to do the same.
Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen right now. Delta's pretty deep in the red. He's trying to get in that damage before it's too late and he loses that second stock. But we're going to see what's going to happen right now.
See Koko with the side air, Delta on the side. Them trying to provide support there and assist his teammate. Spyrox with very little options on the left side, missing that ground pound. It is looking pretty even across the board again. Red damage all over and everyone at 2 stocks. Delta is the first to fall.
Yeah, I'm noticing Spyrox's hits aren't really... Oh, you know what? I was saying they weren't really hitting, but you know what? At that point, you did get that finish there. So I guess that paid off. And there it is. Huge. TM with the double KO to even it out. Really incredible play by him. We're back to an even game right now. Really exciting.
Insane neutral sig pays off, gets that double KO and evens it out. They had a huge lead. Koko and Spyrox were holding on to it, but again, just one move from TM was able to bring it back so evenly. Are they able to bring it back though? TM in the red damage needs to play a little bit more safe against this blue team.
Yeah, this is just really great to see. Wow! I thought that was going to go on for a little bit longer, but no, Koko and Spyrox were like, no, we're done. And
what a clean follow-up.
Yeah, just really, really great follow-up that we were seeing there. Koko had so much damage in this game. Nearly 600 damage by Koko. So really incredible job. And of course, Spyrox as well doing a lot of work here that we are seeing. Really great win by them. Look at that read. They just bounced off each other so well. You know, when we talk about team synergy, they have it. They are able to really, you know, go with the flow with each other and just be so fluid. It just pays off so well. And now we're seeing TM and Delta with the Kaya and Bryn combo. So, what are you thinking here?
Little drip change on
With the
TM
drip.
there. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not too sure. You know, skins equal wins in most games, and I would say that, you know, this definitely has an effect on the game. TM might be able to clutch it up here in this matchup against Koko and Spyrox. But like you said earlier, you know, Spyrox and Koko did insane team combos. They've had that's the benefit of having such great synergy with your duo teammate. You can just always be there when you need to follow up. You can trust on your teammate and kind of be consistent, and it's usually more consistent the longer you guys play as a team, and it shows with Spyrox and Koko. So damage again even, always pretty even. Koko and TM actually losing both stocks at the same time there, and Koko and TM, Spyrox and Delta holding on to the same damage.
Wow. Just some friendly fire that we're seeing by Spyrox, but he's still holding on to his 3 stocks right now. Just Koko, who's down a stock at this point for his team, as well as TM. But who knows? Maybe they'll make a comeback here. It's pretty even for both teams. At this point, Delta, no, Delta loses that stock.
Yeah. Veggie Spyrox still holding on to that 3rd stock. I wonder how long he'll be able to hold on to it. He's running around playing a little bit more passively, but answering those follow-ups just when they are needed. Beautiful downer, but a neutral catches him. Doesn't quite do enough to not take the knockout, but a recovery does from Delta. And now we are, again, 2 stocks across the board. Is Koko going to be taken out here is the question.
You know, that's tough to say right now because TM does lose that stock there. Spyrox did an incredible job at finishing it off, and Team Blue is holding a lead here, and that's really important at this point. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. TM with a beautiful neutral state tries to catch Spyrox off, and a beautiful recovery. Tries to get a second on the top of the stage there. Spyrox barely maneuvering around it, but a recovery might do the job here. Delta trying to close the stock off Spyrox.
Really good teamwork we're seeing here, and at this point Spyrox is so close to losing this stock, but he's not giving up. Hopefully he's able to get in enough damage. Oh, and there he is. He does get in enough damage. He gets that stock against Delta, bringing them down to only 1 stock each for Team Red, which is huge.
Pretty huge. An unarmed side signature from TM. Tries to find a cheeky KO against Spyrox there. Pretty high damage, but again, TM is so low here at 1 stock. The value of the stocks really matter here. If they're able to take TM off, again, a 2v1 situation is not what the red team needs.
No, definitely would not be ideal for them. And there it is. TM loses his last stock. It is up to Delta to do something about it. But no, it is not enough. And Koko and Spyrox get that kill in there. Wow. Koko with 700 damage.
Jeez.
Wow. Koko is doing incredible during this tournament. He has just been consistently giving out so much damage. So even when Spyrox is... he's just able to finish off these kills, which really pays off in these 2v2 situations. They're just able to bounce off each other. So even if Spyrox isn't necessarily doing heavy damage, he could just finish it off for him. So it's just incredible to witness. They're doing a really good job here. And now we are going into the next game of the set. Delta and TM have to get a win here. Otherwise, they're out. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Koko and Spyrox still staying true to their characters. We see TM on the Ogre and Delta on the Bryn here. So we very interesting to see because, you know, we're seeing different character switches from the red team, which is definitely needed. They are 0-2 in the set right now, pretty behind in this match. They need to change something up, just like they are to hopefully have a chance of staying into the tournament. Again, we are in the elimination side of the bracket, and Koko trying to get that knockout from Delta on the top there. Can't quite get that side air. They're holding on, the blue team, to both of their 3rd stock.
Yeah, blue team is doing a really good job right now, but unfortunately Spyrox does lose his stock and so does Koko. So right now we are much more even and it's looking a lot better for Team Red right now. Delta is holding on to his 3 stocks. Not over yet, doing some work with the spear. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens here. Very well played from Koko there, following up with that side air on the lance. And we've talked about this before. A lot of Ulgrims are seen in the 2v2 side of the EU tournaments, and we'll see, I guess, who comes out on top. What Ulgrim will reign victorious from this game with TM on the switch up here. Koko definitely more damaged here on the blue team, and Delta doing a great job of holding on to his first stock.
Wow. There it is. Koko loses that second stock that he had, and so does Spyrox. So right now, Team Red is doing an incredible job with Delta still having all 3 stocks. Oh, no, never mind. Delta loses.
Oh.
Wow, look at that double
KO
KO by Spyrox. Okay, okay.
Are we seeing a comeback here?
I mean, you never really know this like, you know, these things can happen.
Yeah.
But Delta does have 2 stocks here, which we cannot count out at this point. It is very big for them at this point. So who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. 1 stock across the board, even damage, but Delta doing, again, an amazing job of holding on to this stock advantage on the red side. And again, they need this win. Red team, if they lose this game from this set, they will be taken out of the tournament. Delta trying to make more plays happen, but, you know, Koko Spyrox need to hold on to as much, take as less damage as possible.
And now Delta finally loses that second stock, but that just means that he is very ahead in health right now against Team Blue. So it just really depends on who loses their stock first at this point.
Yeah, anything can happen as long as, like, it's a 1v2 situation. That's a huge advantage towards the other team. And there's a very good possibility that red team can bring it back. TM, can TM come back? Oh, beautiful
No, he does.
dodge.
He makes it back onto stage. Really important. And Delta gets that kill against Koko, leaving just Spyrox with very low health against Team Red. Is he able to make it back onto stage? No, Spyrox, no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god, he had such a good opportunity to make a comeback, but unfortunately,
What did I witness?
He wasn't able to get back onto stage, which
What
is
did I
such a
witness?
shame. That would have been an insane comeback.
The ground pound from TM with the SD there, and I don't know, Spyrox wasn't able to make it back to stage. That would have been tragic if Spyrox was able to clutch that because of that ground pound. But again, there are signs of life for TM and Delta. They are put onto the board there of the set. Now we are in a 2-1 situation for this current elimination set. Koko and Spyrox trying to close it out with 1 more game win, but a game 5 is definitely possible moving forward.
Yeah, we can definitely imagine a game 5 in this situation, especially given the last game in this set. But you never know. Right now, TM's already losing his first stock, which is pretty early on. If you look at everyone else's health right now, it's pretty good. They're not that close to losing their stock. So I don't know. Team Red's really gonna have to make up for that lost stock.
Yeah, Team and Delta, you know, trying to make it even, like you're saying. Koko, you know, making it back on stage, trying to avoid as much damage as possible, putting these plays in. Koko almost getting taken out there as well. 2v1 for the blue team. There we go. Can TM get taken out here?
I don't know. We'll have to see in this situation. Oh, and there it is. Spyrox loses his first stock, and so does Koko to Delta. Delta did a really good job with that double KO and trying to even out the score, which he managed to do. So we're back in with a close game, but TM is again very low in health. We're gonna see if he's able to stay alive for a little bit longer.
Pretty low in health. We'll see if he can stay alive a tiny bit longer. Both stocks on for every player in this matchup. Delta again does a great job from every game that we've seen so far in this set on really holding on to his stock, really preserving his life for, you know, for the rest of the match, which is very important in 2v2s, I would say for sure. Koko, Spyrox, and TM both one hit away. Spyrox gets taken out just like that, and 3 KOs on the board within that couple seconds is insane.
Yeah, what a great double KO that we were seeing there. And now Team Blue has got to do something here to make this comeback work, because Delta still has 2 stocks right now. Very important that they are able to counter that. Really great dodges that we're seeing by Delta, but the last one didn't hit, unfortunately for him. We're going to see what's going to happen right now.
Ooh. TM looking pretty dangerous in a 2v1 situation just like that. Can Delta clutch up the 1v2 against Spyrox and Koko? We'll have to see. He's pretty damaged. Gets the read back. I don't know. He has to put a lot of work in, Veggie. They're still in orange.
He definitely does, but he's been doing such a good job at staying alive. So who knows right now? And especially with both players on Team Blue so low in health, is Delta going to be able to finish them off? We'll see. With 2 stocks still.
Delta's playing out of his mind right now. Really just capitalizing on the damage here. Separating Koko and Spyrox there with the spear was so important. A beautiful dodge. Great maneuver around Koko, but gets taken out with that neutral air. But Delta's on a fresh stock with no damage against Koko and Spyrox, which is a breath away from death here. A recovery almost takes him out, but I don't know. It's looking like a red team favor, even though he's at that player disadvantage.
Unless they're able to maybe get a team combo in, it's very hard for them to make a comeback in this situation. Delta has been doing such a good job at dodging and getting good hits in with the spear. We'll see what they can do.
He's trying to be very careful here. Delta, this is his tournament stock. If he loses this, great knockout, great side air, and a recovery takes out Spyrox.
There
and
it is.
The 1v2 clutch is doable, Veggie. We are going to a game 5.
Game 5.
Dang, so many game 5s this tournament. That just goes to show how clutch and insane this tournament is. The more game 5s that we see, I just think it's just so amazing and exciting to watch. I wonder who's going to take this one. I wonder who's going to take it.
So many game 5s that we are seeing, and and wow, look at that. We are seeing a Ulgrim versus Ulgrim lineup. I don't know if this is going to change things for them, but wow, that 2v1 was something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge change for them, because Delta with the spear is something else.
Yeah, Macho Man is a pretty good skin to have on Ulgrim. It is given and proven that you have a damage buff when you rock the Macho Man drip. So we'll see if that changes anything in the game 5 situation. Delta, again, like we talk about a lot, but you know, it's good to note he does a great job of holding his stocks. He stays alive just when he needs it, and he's able to put himself in that 1v2 situation, which actually brought them to the game 5. That was his tournament stock, and he kept the red team in that tournament there. Spyrox and Koko have the potential to get reversed if Delta and TM take this W.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen right now. Already pretty even, but Koko is super deep in damage right now. We'll see if that is going to do anything right there. And Delta loses his first stock, which is a huge and which is a huge contrast from the last game, because as we know, Delta had 3 stocks for a very long time in the last game of the set. And now we're seeing TM and Delta losing their first stocks already, and Spyrox is the only one left with 3 stocks in this game. We're gonna see how long it lasts though.
They might have switched up their playstyle. Blue team Koko and Spyrox might be trying to hound off Delta a little bit earlier so they prevent a potential 1v2 situation again. But you know, Spyrox does get taken out there to his second stock. It's pretty even though. It's hard to say who can be in the advantage right now, but blue team is looking like they have a slight lead here.
Right now there is a lead, as you were saying. TM is very well, actually both of them, TM and Delta, are very low in health right now. They have got to put in some damage here, because wow, Friendly fire. Very, very unfortunate for Team Red at this point. And there it is. They are both down to their last stock. I'm sure that was a very unfortunate situation
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
Delta to end that second stock for his teammate. And now Team Blue is holding a lead, which they can really benefit from at this point.
Yeah, Koko Spyrox are doing so well right now. TM actually potentially losing this last stock. He can't make it back. Delta in a 1v2 again, but this time Koko and Spyrox are the ones with the 2 stocks each. Koko gets taken out. Veggie, he's got to go through 3 stocks to move up into the bracket.
Yeah, this is just very, very rough for Delta, because if he doesn't do something here, I'm not really sure what he can do. He's got to, at least at this point, get Spyrox out to even out their stocks, because
Oh, sheesh.
having
Oh, he
3
didn't-
stocks. Oh,
Okay.
the
That's
ground pounds that
That's it.
Spyrox has. It is so hard to make a recovery back onto stage when you have a ground pound
is.
spear on you. It's almost impossible. So
I thought that first one he was gonna hold a little bit long. He stopped
Yeah.
just right before he hit him, and it went down for that second ground pound. Very well played from Koko and Spyrox again. They almost got reversed there though. They had the 2-0 advantage pretty early on, as we see in this replay. Like, I don't know, they did a great job of capitalizing on that initial advantage that they had in game 5. But they started off crazy strong with the 2-0. TM and Delta were able to make the clutch and come back with a lot of these 1v2 situations favoring, Delta. But in the end, they were not able to, take it away from Koko and Spyrox, and they move up into the bracket. So congratulations to them, and very well played for both players. Insane gameplay we've seen so far today. A ton of game 5s, which again goes to show how close and insane these matches have been.
yeah, no, they've been really incredible to watch, and we love watching these 5-game sets. We love watching these close calls,
Oh,
these
yeah.
2v1s. That's the really fun part about watching a 2v2 tournament, is to see those kinds of comebacks in those 2v1 situations, or those complete fails, because you have these team combos, you have these one-man advantage, and that just can make a mile of a difference. So we'll see what's going to happen in this next set, if or who's going to win. I don't know. What are you thinking?